The only thing I can say is that it was an honor to play for Coach Basu. I believed in his humility, his philosophy and his way of thinking, his voice. I can still hear his voice.
Coach is an extension of our parents. Gave us that moral compass that was needed, as you're going through your teen years.
You took all that with you, the integrity, the character, the respect, the kindness. Every day I think about, why I am the way I am. A lot of it had to do with our family and parents, but a lot of it had to do with that school. And everybody inclusive, not just coaching staff. So this is, to me, is not just about football. It was about learning to be a man.
Well, it didn't start in 1973. It started in 1970 when we were freshmen, and we all came into the locker room. It seemed like our whole class was in there. And the coaches said, they told us what it's going to take to be a Bengal. And they weren't ripping on the kids that were there, but they go, more than half of you aren't going to make it. Take a look around. This is the biggest group you'll see. It's going to take hard work, dedication, sacrifice to make it through. And that was kind of like an eye-opening, like, oh, I'm out of grade school.
The more you hear from the opposite side of the field is to the Benedictine Bengals. Taking the field, they'll be in their light blue uniforms for the first time this season. And even a bigger roar you hear is for the Fighting Tigers of Ironton High School.
No two teams are ever alike. Certainly, a certain level of talent is found in every championship team. That being said, there's a resolve that all championship teams at any level, what you might find, there's a resolve that they all have that kind of produces a synergistic effect. In other words, to look at synergy in mathematics, we got 1 + 1, that equals 2. But when you take a look at group dynamics, 1 + 1 = 3. You look at Benedictine football, you can look at professional levels, collegiate levels. There's that similarity in all great teams. Somewhere along the line, there's a resolve that we want to get this done.
The first thing I noticed when I pulled up to Benedictine High School was a sign out front that said Home of Champions. Now, I had gone and visited other high schools. I had visited St. Joe's, St. Ed's, and a couple other schools, and not one other school had Home of Champions on the front of their building. And that, as an 8th grader, a 13-year-old, that impressed me because I was big on sports and I didn't like to lose.
We had the best high school coach I could ever imagine having in Augie Basu. He was a special guy. He could listen to so many things coming from all different positions and places and this and that, and he would be able to sift through and lock in, men, this is how we're going to do it. Men, this is what we're about. Always referred to us as men.
Great guy, perfect role model. He was a coach, a coach's coach. He got the most out of all of his players. He used to get a piece of paper and fold it in half. And he had a pencil and it was about this big. I don't think he wasted one piece of lead. And by the time the practices were over, there was probably a column of notes on each page. And I'm sure he had a filing system. He went back and looked at it, and it was impressive is what it was. And I think, I'll be honest with you, when I coached later on, the grade school would have it, I folded my paper in half. I didn't use the small pencils, and my paper was folded in half, and I used all 4 sides of it.
We're expecting a grinded-out game by 2 running teams. Fakes the draw. Massey back to throw. He's in trouble now, being chased. He's hit and knocked down for a loss. That's the 23-yard line. John Glowick, All-City Independent Player of the Year in Cleveland, made the tackle in the backfield. It will be 4th down.
The assistants were Tony Russ, who was a Benedictine graduate, and he was out of his mind, and we loved him for it because he would just blow up and roar. He had 3 mouths and 3 jaws all put together, you know, when he was doing his coaching, and he was into it.
Things people maybe forget, and they really should remember. When these guys came in as freshmen, I think we had a 7-game schedule, and one of them was actually at a house of detention. We actually had to walk through these prison walls, and we were playing on a field that was fenced in with barbed wire. In a 7-game freshman season, they had 1 touchdown scored against them. 1.
Back to throw is Matthews, knocked out of bounds after a 5-yard loss. Jack Lowell knifing through the backfield. How many Smith, and it's minus 13 on offense. John, I guess it is about 13 or 14 yards. You know, this defensive line, a combination of Glowick, Delguy, and Davis, have really put some pressure on that quarterback this year. Not to mention Greg Rufus, the middle linebacker.
But you were part of a much, much bigger institution as a freshman coming in. So then at that point, you realized it's going to take a lot of hard work, and we had a pretty successful freshman football team. So that told the other schools we were good, which told the other schools they got to work out hard to beat us, which told us we can't rest on our laurels. And the success in '73 started as freshmen to make it through.
One of the traditions that every Benedictine, football player did as far as a practice routine was immediately before you left for practice and immediately when you got back from practice, you visited the grotto to pray. And we also did that before we got on the bus to go to a game. And in fact, after a game, when the bus came back, it stopped at the steps of the grotto for team prayer.
Well, I really didn't get the grasp of the grotto until after I was here a little bit. I mostly just thought I was go down there, and say your piece and run up. But, as I started going to the grotto more after practice, certain things come up in your life, and you say a prayer for this or say a prayer for a teammate that's hurt. And then all of a sudden you're spending an extra 5-10 minutes in the grotto and it's starting to mean something to you.
When I went to the grotto, it was a time for me to sit back and reflect a little bit, make sure that my head was in the right place, whether going to practice or after practice. But my main thing was there, I like to just say a little prayer that all my teammates and I came out of it healthy, and that we put out our maximum effort and made a good practice out of it. Well, we had to put our tennis shoes on, and we had to run to Woodhill Park. I'm sure it's under a mile, but we all said it was over a mile, so we stretched that. And then once we got to Woodhill Park, what do? We had to put our cleats back on. So we'd put our cleats on and go through our cals, do our stretching exercises, what have you. Then we break off with the backs and the linemen. We had Mr. Russ, so we would all make fun of you guys, the backs, while we were off to the side doing something else. We
didn't have the greatest facilities, but we'd run down to the field. Our place kickers we'd aim them at 2 trees, but and see if we could kick between those 2 trees in the horizon. And
no lines, no football lines, no goalposts, no equipment, no blocking sleds, no shields. Everything we did was body on body. It was live. So we were tested every day. It was a physical grind because there was no bags. Everybody was hitting back, in every drill that you did.
We'd finish off with the dreaded hill. We ran hills, what was it? For every point we gave up on defense, we had to run a hill. Thank God we had 5 or 6 shutouts that year, and they made us run half a dozen hills anyway.
Well, practices were tough for me because I played football, but I'm not a football player. The player I was from day one to the end is totally different because I could take a hit or give a hit, where before, when I first started, I couldn't, so I learned a lot. Coach Basu used to always say that if you not in condition, then you become a quitter. You're gonna quit eventually at some time or another, and that always stuck with me.
I can't even come up with words to say how great the man was. He helped me so much in 4 years, and probably, I don't want to say I didn't know it, but I probably didn't even realize it. I was a senior, and we had a little tough time, and we were just turning a corner. Well, I just happened to be coming down the steps as Coach was coming out of the chapel. And so we were both going over to the gymnasium there where the coach's rooms were. And he looked at me, he says, Al, I said, yeah, Coach. He says, you know, I've had quarterbacks that could run the ball better than you. Then he looked at me, he says, I've had quarterbacks that could throw balls better than you. And he said, but I never had a quarterback that can do both as good as you. And that just, I mean, I didn't know what to say, you know what I mean? This is a legendary coach, a legendary man, and to get a compliment like that from him.
At week 4, we're at 2-2. We're a team that was looking forward to trying to be in the state playoffs, and at 2-2, if you're going to finish the year 500, it's not looking good. So we had to establish some different, a different routine, a different attitude going into that game at Massillon.
We got a good nucleus. We've got some good, solid players, but there's something missing. We weren't playing as a team. There wasn't that singleness of purpose. There wasn't that focus on the part of everybody there. The character of the players was there. Their desire to win was there, but there was an element that was missing. Tony Russ came up with the idea of getting all the team out of the cafeteria during the lunch hour and meeting over in room 5, I'm gonna guess, right down the hall.
The coaches instituted a room that we all went into and had lunch together, and we broke down films of past games, games coming up, our opponents. It became week 5, became a very pivotal, game in the season.
You know, that was a huge game. I mean, Massillon Stadium, which was probably the largest in Northeast Ohio, was jam-packed. That was intense. It was more than intense. It was like we were thrown into a bonfire, and we had to just play and play and play until we couldn't breathe anymore.
I don't think Massillon was ready for us. They might have had some scouts at the late game, but that'd probably be the worst game to go watch us. That was our turning point. Right before the Massillon game. When we're in 2-2, we're gonna go one or two directions. Either we're gonna start winning again, or we're going to accept the losing. And I didn't see one guy on that team that was a quitter or a loser. So I had no doubt in my mind which direction we were going to go.
You guys overcame a whole slew of problems with being away at Massillon and playing against a good team, and coming out with a tie like that was pretty impressive. And then later on, you kind of repeated that against St. Ed's later on in the season. I think it ended up 20-20. And we knew that all we needed was a tie, and sure enough, it worked out to our advantage.
Early on, those first few games, we went from a mind shift of what's our results to what's the process. And I think our leadership of our captains and our coaches really emphasized that. So moving into that Massillon game, the process became more important than the outcome.
We didn't concentrate, I don't think, on whole season and we're going to do this and we're going to do this. It was one at a time, one game at a time, and we're going to do this, and Coach Basu would point that out to us, and we loved it.
We thought about what are we doing today. We started better film studies, more intensity of practice, more focused. We cleaned things up in the classroom. I think that was a big change on our preparation. We evolved from result-driven to process-driven.
I think we peaked at the right time. Our schedule that we played a tough schedule. You got Eds, Latin, you got all these top nights, late Catholic. We played a tough schedule, so you know that gets you ready for postseason.
Let's look back to 1973, the state title journey 50 years ago. It was the second year of the state playoffs, and the only top team in each region made the postseason. An impressive 14-0 win in the season opener over St. Joseph stunned the Vikings crowd to silence. Then came a rough patch, losing 2 of their next 4 games. With great resilience, they captured the championship momentum with a 0-0 tie at Massillon. It was the first time that Massillon had ever been held scoreless tie on their home field since 1945, 28 years earlier. With that boost, the Bengals ran off 3 straight wins, all on the road. Back home, they faced the #1 team in the Cleveland area, the Flying Eagles of St. Edwards. On a muddy field, the game ended in a 20-20 tie, but the Bengals took it to the computer bag. The last game of the season was against arch rival Cathedral Latin, ended in a 23-0 victory, which propelled the Bengals into the playoffs.
I didn't start a game till the 3rd game of the season. So during the semifinal, we were up 10-0, 3rd quarter, beginning of 4th quarter. Jack and our defensive end, on my side, Lloyd Derricote, phenomenal athlete. Got a great rush, and the guy threw off his back foot. I had decent coverage on the wide out, grabbed the ball. So I had never intercepted a ball. I can remember running down the sideline and thinking to myself, like, hey, when do I stop? Like, I didn't know, like, I'd never been in the end zone. I never had the ball in my hand, so I didn't even know where to stop. So I'm running, and I can see the flag. They didn't have the post back then, the actual flags in the corner of the end zone, so I knew, well, that's the goal. And I can see somebody out of the corner of my eye from Lima, you know, closing in. I'm thinking, man, I just hope I make it to the end zone. And I crossed the goal line, you know, and as I crossed, guy from Lima hits me, you know, I fall down, he falls down. And I'm ecstatic. You know, 1, I'd never intercepted a ball. 2, I'd never been in the end zone. So I am just excited. And the referee came over and he extended his hand. He wanted the ball. And again, I had never been in the end zone. I was so excited, I got up and I shook his hand. And I thanked him and I ran off the field and I was just jumping for joy. And I'm sure that referee had, you know, stories for years and years, you know, and he'd go to the game and they start telling stories, and I'm sure he said, you know, I had this kid, you know, in the state semifinal game after his touchdown, he shook my hand. You know, it was 10-0, so that made it, you know, 17-0. The next series, Jack Glowick deflected a ball, and Lloyd Derricote intercepted, and he ran for a touchdown. So that state semifinal, you know, the offense scored 10, defense scored 14. We had a great defense that year.
There's no secret that the line was anchored by Jack. He was probably by far the best defensive lineman we had. You know, we moved Greg back to inside linebacker, remember that? You know, and that was big because Rufus played tremendous linebacker. We had some talented linebackers and we had some talented DBs. I don't think we were speed demons anywhere, but we studied the game.
The whole concept of winning is often overblown in our society, especially when it comes to sports at any level. Win, win, win. Well, on any given Friday, half the football teams in this country lose. Half. Does that tell me then, well, half these teams are composed of bums? No, most anybody who plays this sport sacrifices an awful lot personally. To just take a look and say, well, you know, this guy won a lot of games and that guy won a lot of games, there's so many external factors that may enter into that. But when you take a look at intrinsic values, perseverance and hard work and focus and commitment, these are all things that make a champion, not a winner, a champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Chuck Paulso.
Well, thanks everybody for being here. How many of you were coached by Joe Rufus? Raise your hand. I know there aren't many left. And how many of you had Joe as a teacher in class? There you go. How many of you had driver's ed from Joe? Joe Rufus. Joe came here in September '45, and by the beginning of November, Benedictine High School had its first football championship. Imagine the impact that this gentleman had on this great institution. Here in September, championship football in just a matter of a couple of months. And Joe's football team won the city championship in 1948, and I guess he enjoyed coaching so much that he continued coaching the basketball team. They won the city championship. And then further in the spring, the baseball team won the city championship. Shortly after that happened in 1948. By 1950, Benedictine became known as the home of champions. And it's still the home of champions.
Joe Rufus was an exceptional person, an exceptional man. He was an exceptional coach. He was one of the few people in Cleveland to basically win 3 city championships, 3 different sports. The best story I could tell about Joe Rufus, aside from those locker room rants that he used to have, he used to do that with the coach's office too. We would be sitting in the coach's office and we had a projector and had a button that used to click back and forth, and the films would always break and you'd have to mend them and put them back together. But we'd spend Sundays there watching film. Joe would come in every once in a while after he was finished coaching, he was AD, and he'd sit there for about 5 minutes, and all you could hear in the room was click, 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 click. And he looked at us, he goes, I'll never understand what you guys are doing. All I hear is click, 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 click. When I coached with Abe Strohsnyder, we used to go up to Frogtown, have a couple of beers, and talk about what was coming next. And you guys are sitting there going, click, 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 click. I don't get it. Joe Rufus, his rally speeches were unbelievable. He would go off on a rant, and he usually ended with, we had no equipment, we had no tackling dummies, I was the dummy. Guys would just roll in their seats, you know, so.
Character is defined when nobody's looking. And there's only one thing that you're given, an opportunity.
3-yard line. 6:47 remaining in the first half. This is the biggest scoring threat of this state championship game. Coach Augie Basu calling the plays from the bench. 4th down. Let's see what they decide to do. Will they go for the 3? They are going for it. They feel the defense can hold. The handoff. In for a touchdown. Otis Merrill, number 50. Right between left guard and tackle. They open up the hole. He went in standing up. And Benedictine breaks out on top 6-0.
Coach Basu made it real simple. We're going to run the ball over there on her 2 height, okay? And let's see if they can stop us.
Hard work made us different. Of course, our coaching staff and teachers, facility, unbelievable place to go to school. We worked hard every day, and there was a certain amount of expectations from our coaching staff, and we fulfilled that, and we were proud to wear the blue and white. I mean, I don't know, like I said, I don't know what goes on at the other schools, but I think we were just a bunch of proud kids that were working towards something.
You know, the state championship game, by the third quarter, we had the team beat pretty well. And he could have went in for the kill and kept his shutout, but he unloaded the bench, and he let everybody play. You know, because these are guys that generally don't see the field. So you hardly see the field during the season, and here you are in the biggest game of the year. It was nice. And then at the end, it was a little sobering, knowing it was done. You know, that was the last game you were going to play with your buddies. So, but very enjoyable, very happy, joyous occasion. A lot of backslapping and high fives.
At the end of the game, first of all, there was exhausted relief. And then right after the relief that we had won, as soon as that relief was over, I can't even explain it to you. It was like, oh my God, we did it. And so we enjoyed it for a day and then started working for the next year. Because, and we wanted these guys to enjoy it more than that, because we know how fleeting that kind of fame is, you know, that you never think you're going to get back there again. Said we did this, and it's a tremendous accomplishment. Let's try to get some more.
One thing that I really saw in Benedictine is that they really were together, like a brotherhood, you know what I mean? Coming in, just a shadow, they already welcomed me. They didn't really try to like put on an act, I guess you could say, to like, oh yeah, you know, we're this and that. They really showed me what Benedictine really was, and I thought it was a perfect place for me.
Being a man of Benedictine is like being someone who improves in every aspect of their life. Being a lifelong learner.
There's a lot of things that you look for when you go to high school. It's just a whole nother experience of family.
I think Benedictine's a great place to learn how life works.
A true representation of the world, and I'm really grateful to be a part of that.
Definitely the teachers make this place special. Just how committed they are day in and day out. How I know I can go before school and talk to them about my grade, what can I do better. People root for each other and they cheer for each other. Benedictine thrives on support. And with that support, kids push themselves and go outside their comfort zone to become better athletes and students.
My dad went here and he said that he loved it here and it taught him so much about discipline and other life skills.
Coming into Benedictine, welcomed immediately by everybody, and you're not going to feel out of place coming in as a incoming freshman. You'll feel welcome as soon as you come here.
The community and the opportunities are some of the best I've seen in any other school. There is something different about this place. It's almost like whatever acreage is here, it's just a different, it's a sanctuary within the city of Cleveland. I think it's an identity that takes place the minute you step on campus, and it only grows as you go through your time here.
Benedictine's really given kids the opportunity to push themselves, see where they can go. You're not told, well, you haven't done this before, you can't do it. You're told, you haven't done this before, let's see where you can fit in. And you really don't find that in a whole lot of places. If you're looking for something you've never experienced before, come here.
on the beautiful campus of John Carroll University. We are live from Don Shula Stadium for the beginning of a new era of Benedictine football. After finishing 4-7 last season, a much more experienced and disciplined Bengals team looks to make their mark in the history books and fulfill the long-lasting nickname, the home of champions. The Canton South Wildcats travel to John Carroll to take on the Benedictine Bengals in tonight's season opener presented by Pizzazz on the Circle. The pursuit of their 9th state championship begins now, right here on the Benedictine Sports Broadcasting Network. Welcome inside the broadcast booth here at John Carroll alongside Jacob Sheen. I'm Patrick Lloyd, and we are super excited to get another season of Benedictine football underway, a new era of Benedictine football, their first ever game here at John Carroll. This is an exciting team coming in, Jacob. We have a lot of returning juniors going into their senior year here. Fortunately for us, we had a smaller senior class that just graduated. So, although it sucks to lose Luke Reed, Nemo Seals, and Shamar Darling, Eddie Dinwiddie, all of those guys, we have so many amazing talents returning for this season. We've got J.J. Baldwin, wide receiver 1. He's looking really good this season. We've seen him on the 7-on-7s online, the Deshaun Watson 7-on-7s. Benedictine came, they got to the semifinals and unfortunately lost, but a great performance from them there. That's exciting. We've got Chris Maloney. Chris Maloney was the second-string running back last year, but he has a super bright future, and we are so excited to see what he's capable of this year.
Definitely, yes. I can't wait to see what he can do out there.
We've got Matt First, who is a sophomore last year in his first season of varsity football, and now he's going into his junior year. He's got a year of experience under his belt, and I'm really excited to see what Matt First is capable of. I mean, with a season of football, varsity football already under his belt, it's only his junior year. The future could not be any brighter for him. So
definitely, yes. With over 1,200 yards last year, I'm sure he's going to be great this season for the Bengals.
Yes. We've got a great offensive line. I talked to Coach Prevost yesterday.
Of course.
He said that while they may not get recognized as much as they'd hope, they've been putting in that work in the offseason, and they're looking to be really good this year. As far as the center position goes, Shepard Charlton returned to football. He's got the starting job. Really excited to see what he's able to do in that position. And
looking very strong out there. I've been talking to him. He's been in the weight room. Can't wait to see what he can put out.
Well, and then the other thing that we must talk about, Benedictine hired a new strength and conditioning coach, Mr. Mike Winkler from Archbishop Hoban. He won 10 state championships, I believe, at Hoban, and he's really going to instill a culture change to this Benedictine program, and we couldn't be any more excited to see what he is going to do for our athletes.
Yes, right when he got here, he came and spoke to the whole school. It was very inspirational.
We have some new guys on the coaching staff as well this year, so we'll talk about them a little bit later. Coach Joe Prevesk.
Looking great out there. Last year was his first year coaching, and this year I'm sure he's ready to do a lot better than he did last year.
That's right. 4-7 season last year for the Bengals. They were coming off a winless season the year before. Again, 0-10, not ideal. 2022 season. Last year, 4-7. First round playoff exit to Hudson in overtime. They took a risky 2-point conversion call after scoring the first touchdown in overtime. That ended up losing them the game. They didn't convert the 2-point conversion. And then Hudson went on to win the game with a PAT.
But they got big goals this year.
They did. And Hudson was the 3 seed. Benedictine, I think, was the 14 seed. I mean, just an unfortunate playoff exit, but they have that fight and they have that grit, and that's what's looking to be very exciting, carrying over into this year with the culture change that's been instilled in the offseason. As for their opponent, the Canton South Wildcats, they went 14-1 last year, and their one loss came in the playoffs to the Buchtel Griffins. Benedictine beat Buchtel in a great game last year. A comeback victory in the second half, I believe it was 42-20 was the final score, but we were down by quite a bit at halftime. Great second half comeback.
It was a great game. Great game to watch.
Yes. So this is going to be a very good matchup. Benedictine moved down to Division III for this season. Canton South is in Division IV. Canton South didn't play the best schedule last year, but tough opponent this year, starting off with Benedictine, and we could not be any more excited.
Yes.
The band is lined up right now.
Going to be a great game today.
Yes.
Going to be great.
The band is lined up right now to welcome the Bengals onto the field. So we'll keep rambling here.
Yes, definitely. I mean, I know a lot of these guys, these football players, and they're all great guys. I know that they're going to push themselves to the limits today just to get that win for the first game of the season.
And I know that this team has very high expectations for themselves, which is amazing. We're looking to see how well they can do. I know that the schedule's a little tough this year.
It is, definitely. A lot harder than the past 2 years, for sure.
We've got to play Walsh, but it's right here at home. We got to play Shaker Heights, but it's right here at home.
Right.
On the road, we got to go to Erie to play Cathedral Prep again. We play St. Francis at home. That's going to be our next broadcast, as we are on the road next week at Avon Lake.
Yes.
Week 3, St. Francis, right here at home. And I believe we have a stretch of 4 home games.
Yes, a lot of big games at home, but we're definitely excited to be playing at our new home stadium, right?
Yes, and how lucky are we to be here at home at Don Shula Stadium as the Canton South Wildcats come out of their tunnel, and the Bengals are lining up to come out of their side of the field.
Yes, both teams getting ready out there for the game to begin.
And here come your 2024 Benedictine Bengals. Looks like they're led by James Yane with the All Hail Benedictine flag and Augie Rosalina with the American flag.
They definitely look ready to go out there.
Canton South with a smaller roster from what we've seen in the past. But I'm sure they're going to put up a fight. The interesting thing that I was told, Canton South starting quarterback, who I believe is Torres Conley, he's listed as a QB/DB, and he's a sophomore. So that means he's also going to be playing on the defensive side of the ball, which should be very interesting to see if that plays an impact on his stamina for this game.
Definitely.
We thank you all for joining us here for our home opener and our season opener from Don Shula Stadium tonight. And it looks like we are just about ready to get things on the road here. Canton South will come out. Not quite sure who won the coin toss. We missed that, but we're about to find out. It looks like Canton South will kick off. Benedictine will receive, and they're starting the game with the ball, looking to make their mark early on here.
Benedictine comes out to the field.
So back to return the kick. It looks like it's going to be Chris Maloney all the way back. They've got Jameer Church, Tyrell O'Neill, Antonio Hobbs out there as well. South to kick off. And we are underway from John Carroll University. That will go into the back of the end zone for a touchback. Thank you all for joining us here. Friday Night Lights, Week 1, presented by Pizzazz on the Circle. Plenty of improvements coming, that we've made to our broadcast for this year, and it's super exciting to finally be back and be able to showcase it for all of you. The Bengals take the field, led by sophomore quarterback Matthew First. Chris Maloney's out there as the running back. They've got 2 wide receivers on the far side, 1 on the near. First under center, Maloney in the backfield. Brings Rosalina into motion. Here's the snap. Hand off to Chris Maloney. Tries to go. He cuts towards the outside. Big play, Chris Maloney on the first play of the game. And he picks up, I believe, a first down for the Bengals.
Great way to get the game started. Chris Maloney taking it wide for a couple yards.
So a first down on the first play of the game, using that running attack early on, and that is to be expected for this Bengals team. Bengals lining up here with similar formation, but first is in shotgun formation here. Maloney behind him in the backfield. He's going to bring Maloney up to his right, and he's going to bring Hobbs in motion. He fakes the handoff to Hobbs, gives to Maloney. Maloney kicks it to the outside again and picks up about 8 yards, and it'll be second down here.
And the Bengals go for Chris Maloney again. You know, he had the second most touchdowns last season, so I'm sure he's excited to get some more this year.
And that's impressive because Chris Maloney was the second string running back.
Yes, he was.
So it's going to be 2nd and 3 here. But it looks like I don't know what they're doing here in the stadium. 2nd and 3. Scoreboard's going all over the place, and a flag on the play. It looks like Canton South jumped, so the Bengals are going to have an automatic first down. And the Bengals student section already raring and loud in the whiteouts here at John Carroll. So it'll be first down here on the Bengals 46-yard line. First line's up under center. He's got Maloney in the backfield. 2 wide receivers outright. And Canton South jumps again. Another flag on the play. And the Bengals are going to move even further down the field. It will remain first down. And a great start. Canton South a little startled here.
Definitely.
And the student section getting hyped. We love to see the energy. The stands are pretty nicely filled for a high school football game here. John Carroll, they do film a little bit more than this, but, I mean, this is pretty impressive. Here we go. 1st and 10. First is lined up under center. Maloney in the backfield. 2 wide receivers on the near side here. Here's the snap. He fakes the handoff. First, looking to throw. Has time. He finds Joey Pomnian, but just overthrown, and it'll be incomplete. 2nd and 10.
How unlucky. Joey Palms did a great job getting open there. Just a little bit off.
Yeah, Pomnian was wide open on that play.
But it was a great look from quarterback Matthew First.
Yeah, I think that some pressure was starting to come in on him in the pocket. He felt like he needed to get rid of it immediately. Didn't make the best throw. But hey, first throw of the season.
Still a great play.
That's right. Here we go. First under center. 2nd and 10. Maloney in the backfield. 2 wide receivers on the near side. First brings Rosalina in motion. He's going to hand off to Maloney. Maloney up the middle, and he picks up about 2 yards on the play. So that'll make it third and 5. No, we'll call it 3rd and 2. It seems we made a bit of a mistake on that first down. It was a 1st and 5 because of the penalty. We missed that. The scoreboard here at Don Shula Stadium is at a bit of a bad angle from where we are, but that's all right. First in shotgun formation. Pomnian on the near side. Baldwin on the far side. Maloney and Rosalina in the backfield. Hand off to Maloney again. Maloney finds the outside. Maloney has space. Maloney could take it the distance to the 10. Touchdown, Benedictine. Chris Maloney.
What a fantastic run. Chris Maloney looks so fast out there.
He might have been just short of the end zone. I think he stumbled out of bounds.
Oh, how unfortunate. But still, a fantastic run by Chris Maloney. He seems so fast out there, nobody can catch him.
So it'll be a 1st and 10 here for the Bengals. That's our mistake. Got a little excited, but that's all right. So the Bengals are down here at the 6-yard line. And Benedictine takes a timeout.
Great first possession by the Bengals. Chris Maloney is doing a great work out there, getting open, getting through the pockets, and taking yards.
Here we go. First and goal for the Bengals. First and shotgun formation with Church in the backfield. Now he brings him to his right. Pomnian and Carlton outright. He's going to hand off, or no, he's going to fake the handoff, keep it, and try and run it himself. And he maybe picked up a couple, but I think he just got back to the line of scrimmage. So it'll be second and goal. First comes off the field to get the play from head coach Joe Prevesk. Second and goal here on the 6-yard line. Here's first and shotgun formation. Maloney in the backfield. He's got Carlton out right. Baldwin and Pomnian out left. Here's Pomnian in motion. The snap. First looking to throw. He'll go right to Joey Pomnian into the end zone. Touchdown, Benedictine. Joey Pomnian has the first touchdown of the season here for Benedictine. And the Bengals with a fairly easy first drive. And they are on the board first.
He did a great job getting open. Joey Pomnian had 17 catches last year. Great way to start the season.
Here's Bryce Mateen on for the PAT. What a great start for the Bengals this season. Mateen's kick is up, and it is no good. Wide right. An unfortunate start to the season for our kicker, Bryce Mateen, but we are sure that he'll bounce back here. What an electric start to the season. I hope the Bengals can keep this up here.
They really took advantage of that for possession.
That's right. They got some crucial penalty flags to go their way. I'm just looking at our YouTube numbers right now. We've got 60 people watching on YouTube, so thanks to everybody watching. I know we have even more watching on our Boxcast link. I don't have access to those numbers right now. But if you're watching on YouTube right now, we're close to 1,000 subscribers. We want to hit 1,000 subscribers before the end of the football season. So go ahead down right below this live stream and click subscribe. Turn on your notifications so that you can be notified anytime we go live. Help us get to 1,000 subscribers before the end of the football season.
And the Bengals preparing to kick it off.
Bryce Mateen here for the kickoff. I mean, I just don't think that you can get any better of a start. 6-0 Bengals lead here on Friday Night Lights, Week 1, presented by Pizzazz on the Circle. Mateen to kick off. Solid kick. Gets inside the 20-yard line. Here's the return for Canton South. And a nice stop by the Bengals number 7, Chris Maloney. On special teams, putting in that work, and he's going to put in that work on defense as well. You're going to see Chris Maloney all over the field tonight. A nice tackle by Chris Maloney of the returner, number 22 for Canton South, Jamarian Gatlin. And the Bengals also on that first drive Joey Pomnian was wide open twice on the 2 passes that we saw. So that's really exciting. If the Bengals can keep that pass offense up, it could be really exciting for them. Here's the handoff, and a good stop by the Bengals. Canton South only picks up about a yard. It'll be 2nd and 9. Torres Connolly, the quarterback, in shotgun formation with the running back to his left. They bring somebody in motion, and we have a stoppage. And I think we might have an equipment issue with the lineman for Canton South. So he's forced to come off the field. They'll bring somebody else back on, and we'll get this thing rolling again. And that means the clock starts. We're back underway. Number 1, you see that's a wide receiver, Daniel Bonnell. And hard to see the running back's number from where we are. We'll get it to you. Here's Connolly. He hands off to the running back, and he only picks up about 2 yards. A good stop, and it'll be 3rd and long here for Benedictine.
He tried to go down the middle, but our offensive line recovered incredibly.
That's right. So now we'll see what Canton South can draw up on 3rd and 8. Not a position that they want to be in right here, especially after giving up a touchdown on the first drive. Connolly snaps the ball. He will throw. Looking, and it's incomplete. Bengals with a 3 and out. Stopping Canton South. And it's 4th and 8. They're going to be forced to punt deep in their own territory.
That was great coverage by Tristan Wilson and James Yane.
So I believe this is Landon White, the kicker slash punter for Canton South. I could be wrong about that. They could have somebody else punting. It might be Devin Chester. The punt lands at the 50-yard line and will bounce not very far. Gets down to the 43-yard line, and the Bengals are going to have some good field position here to start. The punter was Grady Cortez, I think. Again, it's kind of hard to see the numbers here from up in the press box on the visiting side. We're on the visiting side here at JCU due to some circumstances that were just a little too complicated to stream from the other side, if that's why anybody's wondering. Remember, at the end of the first quarter, we will be holding a ceremony for Coach Tony Russ, so make sure you stick around for that. Here we go. First, under center, Maloney in the backfield. He's got 2 wide receivers out left. He fakes the handoff, first looking to throw, has time in the pocket. Across the middle to J.J. Baldwin for a big pickup. They're down inside Canton South territory to the 31-yard line, and a first down for the Bengals. J.J. Baldwin with a nice catch. And once again, the Bengals receivers are wide open in the middle of the field.
Yes, Matthew First has been doing a great job finding him open.
And the student section getting hyped up once again. First under center. Carlton out on the near side. I believe that Baldwin and Pomnian out on the far side. He's going to hand it off to Maloney. Maloney tries to go inside, cuts to the outside, has space, and picks up another Bengals first down. This time thanks to Chris Maloney. And the Bengals attack continuing, to dominate on the ground and through the air. Bengals now in the red zone once again. For those of you just joining us, the Bengals are 1 for 1 in the red zone today with a touchdown. The PAT was unfortunately missed wide right. Here's first, shotgun formation, Pomnian and Carlton near side. Maloney to his left, brings Pomnian in motion. Here's the snap, first will throw, and he finds Baldwin again across the middle. And that will be a first down, first and goal here for the Bengals once again. And we haven't seen a third down for the Bengals on offense yet. So no need for any third down conversions. It's been fairly easy for the Bengals so far. Here's first, under center. He's going to hand it off to Maloney. Maloney towards the outside, pushing forwards. Touchdown, Chris Maloney. Benedictine takes a 12-0 lead. And you can't ask for a better start here, Sheen.
It's been incredible. JJ and Chris Maloney have been doing great out there. The seniors are really impacting the team.
As well as junior quarterback Matthew First. There's a flag on the play here. So this may be called back. We'll see what they say. Timeout Bengals. So we're waiting to hear on the call here. I'm not quite sure. Oh man, so there was a timeout call by Benedictine prior to the play. So I don't think that touchdown is going to count. That's right. So once again, a touchdown. So the offense back out there on the field. Six nothing. First and goal. For whatever reason, the scoreboard here in the stadium says 24-0. That's definitely not right. They're still figuring out the new equipment here at JCU. We'll get there eventually. Okay, now it says 12-0. That's not right either. Yeah, we are on the Canton side here. They're yelling 6. There it goes. All right, 6-0. That is how it should be. Benedictine timeout was called before the play. Now I think they might try and figure out the clock. It's currently at 6:20 here in the stadium. I don't know if that's right. So the clock is at 6:20. Here we go. First and goal. First under center. Hands it off to Maloney again. Same play right up the middle. Touchdown, Chris Maloney. They take the touchdown away. Benedictine gets it right back. And they will try the PAT here with Bryce Mayteen to make this a 13-point ball game. Carlton the holder, Mayteen the kicker. Here's the snap. Hold. Kick is good. No good. It looked good from here. I don't know what we saw differently. I don't know what you saw. It looked good to me. Ref said no good. And they took a while to signal. Mayteen's kicks are, they're going high up. They're powerful. Just not right down, not right through the uprights as of yet.
Definitely unfortunate for Bryce.
It is, but he'll get there. And he'll bounce back, I'm sure. Not worried about it at all.
Well, with 26 PATs last year and 4 field goals and 38 points, I'm sure he'll come back and get some numbers up again this year.
And I can't remember, but I think what was said, his career long in practice, 54-yard maybe?
Wow.
So that's very impressive. He's gotten so much better over the offseason. I know Benedictine just hired a kicking coach.
Definitely. I wish I could kick that far.
That's right. Don't we all? Bengals will kick it off with Mayteen. We're seeing Mayteen with a little bit of a different run-up. He's starting only 5 yards back instead of 10 yards back. I don't know if that's a rule change or what it is, but maybe it's just a different preference. Solid kick once again, similar to the last one. It's fumbled. Canton South has to pick it up. At this point, ball's loose, and Bengals think they have it. The Bengals recover the football inside the 10. A fumbled snap. And was it Chris Maloney again? No, I think it was Augie Rosalina or Joey Pomnian. But the Bengals have a 1st and goal inside the 10-yard line. What a start to this game. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, this Canton South team, they're Division 4, but they went 14-1 last year. Their one loss was their playoff exit. And you just cannot ask for a better start. Here at the 7-yard line, a 1st and goal for the Bengals. First under center, Maloney in the backfield. Baldwin and Pomnian out on the far side of the field. Carlton on the near side. He's going to hand off to Luke Reed, Chris Maloney. Caught up in last season a little bit. He's going to get right inside the 5. It looks like he's going to be down at about the 2. And it'll be 2nd and goal here. Luke Reed now, as we mentioned him, is now playing at Akron, committed to Akron to play football. So really excited to see how his career goes there. Here we go. 2nd and goal. First under center, Church and Maloney in the backfield. One wide receiver on each side. They're going to keep it with Church, and it looks like he's in. Touchdown, Benedictine. Jameer Church. And the Bengals with a 3-possession lead early on in this one. It's the 1st quarter, Jacob. There's still 5 minutes left.
Absolutely incredible. What a quarter by the Bengals, and it's not over yet.
It's nowhere close to over. Mayteen, snap, hold, kick. That looks good. There it is. Bryce Mayteen. The kick is good, and that is going to get his season underway here.
There we go.
We're going to pretend the first 2 did not happen. Bryce Mayteen is back. This team is back, and it does not get any better than this, Bengal Nation.
And a good job by Jameer Church to get that touchdown. He plays a pivotal role in the offense, but he also led the team in tackles last year.
He is one of the Bengals' best defenders. Already losing my voice. It's the 1st quarter. Wow. And we're so excited also to be here at JCU because we can play Friday night football games. The lights are on. It's Friday night, and that means Friday night lights. And it doesn't get any better than this.
Incredible feeling.
Here we go. Bengals to kick off. Once again, the 3rd kickoff here of the night, already in the 1st quarter, but all of them have been after touchdowns.
The first two kickoffs looks pretty good.
He's tended to come to the near side of the field, his right side, Mayteen. That's really interesting. Here's Mayteen's kickoff, and it is a little different from the ones we saw before. Spinning, this one is returned and brought back. A solid return here for Canton South. To about the 30-yard line. Here comes Canton South, led out once again by sophomore quarterback Torres Connolly. Actually, it looks like we've got a different quarterback out there as Canton South runs the ball here. They pick up about 5 yards, and it'll be second down here. It looked like they had Devin Chester, the junior quarterback, out there. Again, it's not super easy to see here. I believe Connolly is back out there with potentially Braden Carpenter. That run is going to be stuffed, and it's going to be third down and about 5 here. And if Canton South has another 3 and out here, this could get ugly really quick.
The Bengals defensive line doing great out there. They seem very organized.
In front of a packed crowd. Here's the snap. They're going to fake a handoff, and he's taken to the ground by Tyrell O'Neal. And it'll be a 4th and very long here. What a great tackle to get in there on the play action, and a great stop by Tyrell O'Neal. Canton South to punt once again. Looks like they have J.J. Baldwin back to return here. Here's the snap. The punt is a wobbly one. Baldwin takes it in at the 45, and he gets to about the 50, just short of the 50-yard line. And the Bengals will get their next offensive drive underway. And I'm just looking now for the first time. It looks like we've got a pretty full side over here on the Canton South side as well. Obviously a bit of a drive to get here from Canton South, but don't want to miss the first game of the season. Here we go. Ready to get this next offensive drive underway. First and shotgun formation with Maloney to his left. First will look to throw. He finds Baldwin immediately, and I believe he's just short of the first down. So it's second and about 3 right here. 2 or 3. First and shotgun with Maloney now to his right. He's going to hand it off to Maloney. Maloney's going to try for the outside again. He's going to pick up the first down and get out of bounds. Another Benedictine first down. And we can hear the student section clearly from the other side of the field. That is very impressive. Bengals line up here with first and shotgun formation again. This time, looks like we have somebody else in the backfield. He's going to hand off. It's going to be Kelly Mickler, who picks up a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 9. First and shotgun with Mickler once again in the backfield. Now he's going to bring Mickler to his left. Maloney looking to throw, steps out of the pocket, has Pomnian, and it's complete for another Bengals first down. Pomnian's down to the 20-yard line. You can experience what life as a Bengal is like at Benedictine High School. Boys in grades 7 and 8 can register to be a Bengal for a day. Visit cbhs.edu to learn more. First under center. He's got Church in the backfield. He's going to hand off to Church. Church tries to go up the middle. I think he's only going to pick up about 2 yards here. And then I'll make it 2nd and about 8. First and shotgun formation again. We haven't seen him under center a ton here. Maloney in the backfield. Carlton here on the near side. Baldwin and Pomnian right next to each other on the far side. They're going to fake the handoff to Maloney. First with plenty of time in the pocket. Tries to throw it to Maloney, and it's incomplete. I think that's just second incomplete pass of the day, and it's 3rd and 8. That's their first 3rd down of the game. So we'll have to see if the Bengals are able to convert here on 3rd down for the first time of the night. We are very close to the end of the first quarter here. We're going to send it across the way to Bengals PA announcer John Luskin for the Tony Russ ceremony. First and shotgun formation once again with Church in the backfield. Baldwin on the far side, and then Trips here on the near side. Baldwin looking to throw, rolling out to the right. Has nowhere to go, looking to run. Throws it complete to Luke Carlton. He's going to go into the end zone for a touchdown. Luke Carlton gets into the end zone, and the Bengals have taken a commanding lead in this game. 25-0 here in the first quarter of this one.
Great job by Matthew First, staying calm, taking a few steps forward, and finding that open guy.
That's exactly right. Now Carlton will come on to hold Bryce Mateen's PAT attempt. With just 2 seconds left here in the first. Mateen's kick is up, and it is good. 26-0 Benedictine as we approach the end of the first quarter of action. So this kickoff, I believe, is going to be the last play of the first quarter. No score, John Hay and Lutheran East. That's our neighbors over there by MLK and Buckeye. John Hay just down the street. No score yet. Lorraine is up 13-6 on Brush. Avon is up 25-19 on St. Ignatius. That's at Cleveland Brown Stadium tonight. St. Ignatius, and that's in the first quarter, so that's a really good game going on, Avon and St. Ignatius. Kenston and Boardman. Kenston leads 12-6. Padua Franciscan is up 13-0 on Alliance. Hoban is down 21-7 to Archbishop Spalding in the second quarter. That is a surprise. Hoban projected to be one of the best teams in Division II as Mateen's kick is away. Gets down to the 10-yard line. Taken in here by, I believe, number 7 for Canton South. That's Torres Connolly. I could be wrong on that. But no, quarterback Torres Connolly taking in the kickoff. And that is the end of the first quarter. We're going to send it across the field to Bengals PA announcer John Luskin for tonight's ceremony.
The family of Coach Tony Russ is at the 30-yard line. Coach Russ, this year, we'd like to honor him. To all you brand new Bengals here tonight, to put this in perspective for you, if Benedictine had a Mount Rushmore, Coach Russ would certainly be on it. We gather here tonight to celebrate the life and legacy of our beloved Coach Tony Russ. From the class of 1966, Coach Russ passed away on June 30th of this year at the age of 75. He spent 44 years as a teacher, coach, administrator, and he retired in 2013 as the athletic director. A 3-year letterman at Benedictine, Russ played on the offensive and defensive lines. As a senior, he was an all-second choice and all-scholastic selection by the Plain Dealer, the Cleveland Press, and the Column Post newspapers. He also earned all Ohio honors and played in the annual North-South All-Star Tournament. He joined the Benedictine faculty in the fall of 1970 as an English teacher and football coach, and he moved up to the varsity staff in '71. But when he was the head coach of the 1970 freshman football team, his impact was immediate. That team went 7-0, and they outscored their opponents 200-6. Later, with Coach Russ in charge of the defense, these players, as seniors, won the school and the Cleveland area's first state championship that was played on the field with a 38-13 win over Ironton in 1973. Grandpas and dads explained what the championships were not played on the field until 1973. As defensive coordinator and architect of the historically tough Bengal defenses, Russ was renowned for his ability to shut down opposing teams' high-powered offenses. In the 1980 and the 1996 state championship game victories, the Bengals, now listen to this everyone, the Bengals did not allow their opponents in the title game to complete a pass. From 1961 to 1997, Benedictine compiled a streak of holding at least one team to a shutout in each of those years. Russ played major roles for much of this streak, both as a player and a coach. Often recognized as the lead catalyst for the tough and disciplined Bengals defense for 30+ years, Russ played a significant part in 6 Benedictine football state championships. Because of his loyalty, commitment, and most importantly, the role he had at Benedictine, and the impact he had on thousands of students, the 2024 season will be played in his honor and loving memory. Also, we are proud and pleased to share with everyone that the number 24, Tony's high school number, will be retired forever from Bengal football at the conclusion of this season. Joining us this evening are members of the Russ family, including his nieces, nephews, brother Tim and Bob, their spouses, along with his loving wife of 49 years, Jean. Bengal Nation, we are not doing a moment of silence for Tony. That's not him. The coach in Tony Russ would want you up and running. Since he can't run in the stands, let's give him an ovation that you'll hear in heaven. Go!
And you heard that right there, and what an amazing ceremony for Tony Russ. You heard that his number 24 will be retired throughout the Benedictine football program at the conclusion of the season. We're back underway. Canton South rolls out. They look to throw, and it's incomplete, 2nd and 10. So just a great ceremony. You heard the roaring ovation from the crowd. 2nd and 10 here for Canton South as we begin the second quarter of action. Looks like Connolly has a running back on each side of him here. We've got 2 wide receivers on the near side. He's going to hand it off, and it looks like he's looking to throw. And once again, it's Tyrell O'Neal with the tackle. And it's going to be 3rd and very long here. Tyrell O'Neal doing a beautiful job out there. It's 3rd and 18. And the Bengals looking to give Canton South another 3 and out on offense. I don't think that they've had a single first down.
Incredible defense by the Bengals.
No first downs yet. And the Bengals have 11 first downs. Canton South has 0 first downs. Looks like a timeout was taken. Benedictine High School invites you to our fall open house on Sunday, November 3rd. See firsthand how we are guiding young men through faith, tradition, and leadership. Visit cbhs.edu to learn more. Very exciting, we just launched our brand new website, cbhs.edu. It's the same link that it's been, but completely revamped. The Bengals are out of timeouts now. We'd like to again give a big shout out to Pizzazz on the Circle as they shout them out here in the stadium for sponsoring week 1 here against Canton South. And Benedictine with a great performance to back it up. Holy Name is down 20-0 to Lakeview. That's surprising. And Nordonia is up 13-6 on Bedford. Canton South here on 3rd and very long, running the ball with the quarterback, and a great run to pick up the first down, and a flag, I believe, is thrown. So for right now, it's a Canton South first down, pending the flag. So first down, Canton South. I believe it was a flag on the Bengals. Here we go, first down, Canton South. They're going to hand off to the running back, and he gets taken down. That's number 11, Hayden Pugh. A gain of 1 or 2 on the play. Canton South finally picked up their first down of the night. And I wouldn't expect it to be on a 3rd and 18, the way that Bengals defense has been playing. Here we go, Canton South line up with 2 running backs here. Connolly. Hands off to number 16. He's going to throw back to Connolly, and it's... Was it caught or was it dropped? It appears that it was complete. And that might be that's a Canton South first down. That was a really impressive trick play there by the Wildcats.
Yeah, they managed to get open, but the throw was just too short. Couldn't get many yards off of it.
Right. If the throw had been good, although the throw was by, I believe it was number 16, Brody Beagle. He is a backup quarterback, so that could have been why. But the throw was, at the ground. He had to dive to catch it, as this run is stuffed immediately. This time it's by number 51 of the Bengals, Tito Wilson. He made an impact on defense last year, and he's making an impact once again. 2nd and 10. No gain on the play. As I was saying, the pass was towards the ground. He couldn't pick up and run, but he had space to do it if he had that, if the throw was on point. Here's the snap. They fake the handoff, looking to throw. Connolly goes deep. Picked off! Antoine Smith with the interception. The sophomore, Antoine Smith. With the interception on defense. I asked him earlier today, I said, are you going to score any touchdowns today? He said probably not. But he said he would be on the defensive end of the ball, not so much on the offensive side. And he makes that impact here with the interception. But the Bengals are deep inside their own territory now. St. Edward is up 7-0 on Pickerington North. I believe they're down by Columbus. Here's 1st and shotgun formation. He brings Hobbs in motion. He pitched it off to him, and Hobbs tried to go towards the outside. I believe he only picked up about 3 yards. So it'll be 2nd and about 7. An absolutely beautiful night for football here tonight. Well, I'd be lying if I said there was not a cloud in the sky. There are a few clouds in the sky, but it looks good. First under center here with two wide receivers on the near side, one on the far. Looks to throw, has to roll out, has nowhere to go, just tries to get it away. Almost picked off by a lineman, but an incomplete pass makes it 3rd and 7. That's big number 59 who almost picked it off for Canton South. Brock Priester. He's a senior offensive lineman and defensive lineman. Benedictine, the opponent they lost to in the playoffs last year, Hudson, they're tied with Highland at halftime. Buchtel is down 7 points to Hoover. We have a flag on the play here, so let's see what this is. Euclid is down 21-6. Okay, so now they say no flag on the play. Euclid is down 21-6 to Austintown Fitch. We used to play at Euclid, for those of you that don't know. Shaker Heights is up 14-0 on Willoughby South in that public school matchup. Another big public school matchup is Beechwood and Orange. First, drops back, looking to throw. Screen pass to Baldwin, and he has room to run. Baldwin tried to go middle, cuts it back to the outside, picks up a 1st down. J.J. Baldwin picks up a Bengals 1st down. And what an impact he's made on this game. Here we go. First lines up under center. Church in the backfield. 2 wide receivers out wide. 1 on the near side. Jonathan Spikes goes in motion. There's a handoff and a short run. It was Jameer Church who was the ball carrier. He picked up about 1, if any. He picked up a yard on the play, so it's 2nd and 9. First in shotgun formation, Kelly Mickler back out there to his left. Fakes the handoff to Mickler, throws to Pomnian. Pomnian gets a block. He's going to pick up about 6 or 7 yards, and it'll be 3rd and about 2 here for the Bengals. Another nice completion, this time to Joey Pomnian.
Yes, Joey and JJ have been doing a great job tonight, getting the ball short and making their way to the open field.
Third and 3 here. First and shotgun formation, Mickler again, and there is a flag on the play. Canton South jumped, and it'll be an automatic Benedictine first down. And the "you can't do that" chant. That's a classic chant from the student sections. Kind of reminds me of our Barron Cup run during the winter time.
Oh yeah, fantastic.
You think we're going for the three-peat this year?
Oh, I'd love to see it. I know a lot of the hockey guys personally, and you can tell that they want it just by the way they talk about how they play.
Really exciting season coming up for the Bengals on the ice side of things, but right here on the field is what we need to be focused on right now. These Bengals putting on an awesome performance. First under center, Mickler in the backfield. He's going to hand off to Kelly Mickler. Mickler runs, finds another lane, and he's going to be just short of the first down. Now we'll call it 2nd and 2.
Great job by Mickler getting through a few guys there.
Yeah, he saw that he had nowhere to go up the middle, cut it to the outside, and just another great job by Kelly Mickler there. Here we go. First is going to line up under center this time. Mickler still out there getting some snaps here with the Bengals up by as much as they are here in the second quarter. First is going to fake the handoff to Mickler. He's looking to throw. He's going to inside the red zone for another Bengals first down.
Amazing throw by Matthew First.
Right on the money, Joey Pomnian doing what he does best, the catch and run. We've got a big chain gang down here tonight running the chains. We've got 6 people.
Wow.
I mean,
never seen that before.
Yeah. A lot of hype around varsity football here at John Carroll, man.
Hey, big game.
It is. But not as big as some of the games that we've got going on later this season. First and shotgun formation. Brings Mickler to his right. Rosalina in motion. The snap. Handoff to Mickler. Picks up about 3 yards, and it'll be 2nd and 7. If the Bengals here can pick up maybe just one more touchdown before halftime, I think that they've got a really good position going into the second half. And I have to say, Canton South right now is not showing that they were a 14-1 team last year. Undefeated in the regular season, 4 playoff games won. I don't know, man. Church to first right. He's going to fake the handoff. Plenty of room as he rolls out. Looks to throw. Threads the needle, and it's a complete pass to Joey Pomnian, and it's a first down and goal for the Bengals. Another Bengals first down through the air.
Wow, you can really see Matt First and Joey Pomnian linking up this drive.
So Bengals back inside the red zone. Inside the 10 here at the Canton South 7-yard line. First and goal. First and shotgun formation with Church behind him. We haven't seen Chris Maloney in a long time. So that could be them resting him, or unfortunately there might be an injury. I sure hope not, as Church with a nice run, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown Benedictine. Jameer Church finds the end zone again.
What a way to get a touchdown by Jameer Church. You can just tell how strong he is out there, dodging through tackles.
And a nice spin move on that play as well.
Definitely great to have two very consistent running backs on your team.
That's right. And we do hope that Maloney's okay. Maybe me and you will walk over there to the other side during halftime.
Hey, he deserves a break for how great he started the game.
That's right. Mayteen's PAT is up, and it is good.
There you go. What a way to bounce back by Bryce Mayteen, missing his first 2 PATs and making the next 3.
Yeah, he has not missed since. And this game has just gone so well so far. I mean, this is awesome. They're building such a big excitement around this football team. The crowd is going to grow weekly.
Incredible start, especially for your first game of the season. Personally, I haven't seen any weaknesses from the Bengals yet.
I have not either. They've been so efficient in every way possible. So, Benedictine will kick off again with Bryce Mayteen. After his made PAT, he's doing a great job.
Bryce has been very consistent with his kickoffs this game. Let's see what he does with this game.
That's a big improvement from him this season that I've noticed for sure. Mayteen's kickoff. Student section jumping up and down, and this is a good kick. Not a lofty one as it's fumbled again by Canton South. They are able to pick it up, and the Bengals are back, and they stop them deep in their own territory at about the 21-yard line. That was a strong, powerful kick. Not lofty like we've seen earlier, but it went a long way, which was good.
It's great to be able to switch it up, and the Bengals just rushed to the ball the second they saw that the receiver did not catch it.
Right. The Benedictine admissions team is here to help with the high school admissions process. Please contact them at admissions@cbhs.edu to learn more. Canton South out for another offensive drive. They've used none of their timeouts yet, but they've still been unable to find the back of the end zone. Bengals defense looking to continue that trend. Here's the handoff. He finds a bit of a lane, but a nice tackle by James Yane and a pickup of just about 3 yards and a second down.
Definitely surprised Canton South has not used any of their timeouts yet.
Yep. And I think they have a different quarterback in there now. I mean, 33-0 is crazy in the first half of action. And the Bengals are probably going to take the foot off the gas here at some point. Looks like they've got Brody Beagle in there at quarterback as this run is going to pick up about 3 or 4 more yards.
Great job by the defensive line, not letting him get too far.
3rd and 6 now here. Looking to get another 3rd down stop here. Looking to throw. Goes towards the other side. And incomplete. 4th down.
Joey Pomnian had him covered perfectly.
4th and 6. J.J. Baldwin back to return the punt. High snap. Punt is a solid punt from the field positioning to the 50. J.J. Baldwin with the fair catch, and the Bengals will start just inside their own territory. With just over a minute left to go here in the first half of action, I would assume that the Bengals don't try and get in the end zone again and maybe just run out the clock. They've got Church out there again, and First is going to look to throw here. He's going to heave it deep to Baldwin. Over his head, incomplete, 2nd down.
Just couldn't grab it.
That's one of the first big passing attempts that we've seen today from the Bengals.
And now's the time to get Matthew First warmed up. They got a few minutes before halftime.
That's right. Get him going a little bit.
Right.
I mean, the short screen passes, the slants over the middle, they've worked so well for the Bengals that they haven't really needed to heave the ball like we just saw. Baldwin was in double coverage. He still almost came down with it, and that just proves what's going to come for the Bengals and J.J. Baldwin this season. Here's First. Church in the backfield. He's going to hand off to, he's going to fake the handoff and throw complete to J.J. Baldwin. Baldwin stops up. He picks up the first down inside the Canton South 40-yard line. And the Bengals pick up another first down through the air.
Another great find by Matthew First.
That's right. And it looks like the Bengals potentially are looking to get in the end zone again here before halftime.
Matthew First having a great game, one of his best I've ever seen.
That's right. And that just shows the improvement that has happened over the offseason. I can't wait to see. Throwing again, complete this time to Luke Carlton for a pickup of about 5. Here we go. First down, Bengals. First in the backfield with Maloney to his left again. We've got Pomnian and Baldwin on the near side to us. I believe Carlton is out on the far side again. First, drops back, looking to throw. Heaves it right over the head of J.J. Baldwin. And that'll make it 3rd and 6. Once again, a great passing attempt towards the towards downfield and unable to convert on the pass.
Can't wait for Matt First to complete one of these long passes and show off what he's really capable of.
Yeah, and this stadium will erupt.
Definitely.
Still 1 minute and 3 seconds left. But the Bengals with a 3rd down here. I believe this is out of the range of Bryce Mayteen, but this is the kind of game where you might want to test that. First, looks to throw again. Rolls out of the pocket to the far side. Just a little flip to Jameer Church, and that's going to be a Bengals first down inside the red zone to the 14-yard line.
Jameer Church just reacts so quickly by getting the ball and turning immediately to get some yards.
A great catch and run by the Bengals. And I believe there's a flag on the play. It's hard to see. They're far across the field. So there's a roughing the passer penalty. The Bengals will decline that penalty, and it'll be a first down at the 7-yard line. So I guess it's a first and goal. I didn't even notice that. I guess so. The Bengals didn't decline the penalty. It applied to after the play. That's on me.
Getting close to the end zone here, but I'm sure nobody would be surprised if they manage to get another touchdown.
Yes, and they have time. 53 seconds is sure enough. Pitch play to Hobbs. Hobbs finds the outside. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Benedictine. Antonio Hobbs. We haven't seen a touchdown from him so far, but he just adds to the Bengals' lead.
What a running game from the Bengals today.
Bryce Mateen on for the PAT. He hasn't missed since he missed the first 2 of the game. Snap, hold, kick. Is good. Bryce Mateen with his 4th straight PAT after missing the first 2. But his season started as soon as the 3rd PAT went through the uprights. And we're hoping he can keep this high note now. 40-0. Bengals lead. And 30 seconds left. It should be taking this lead into the half. Absolutely unbelievable performance from the Bengals tonight. I really thought Canton South was better coming in.
Wow, incredible. Definitely not what Canton South expected to go into halftime.
Come be a Bengal a day at Benedictine High School. Our admissions team is excited to have you and your family visit campus. Bengal for a Day visits begin Wednesday, September 11th. You can register by visiting www.cbhs.edu. Let's go kicker chants, I believe, from the Bengals student section. Bryce Mateen to kick off once again. Kickoff from the 40-yard line is a good kick. Down inside the 15. Taken back here by Canton South. Connolly. He tries to cut it towards the outside and a tackle made. By either Antoine Livingston or Yamil Riello. I believe it was Riello. No, it was Antoine Livingston on the tackle. That's the sophomore. Doing his work on special teams. First down, Canton South. 24 seconds left in this first half of action. The sun is down, the lights shining bright on the field. As this handoff to the running back is solid run here for Canton South. Pickup of about 8, and that'll make it 2nd and 2. And some Bengals players running over to the student section and getting hyped up. Now everybody's coming down. Oh, somebody fell over. But now everybody's getting hyped up. That will take us to the half. Your Bengals lead the Canton South Wildcats 40-0 at halftime. Canton South will receive the second half kickoff. We'll take a break here on Friday Night Lights, sponsored by Pizzazz on the Circle. You're watching the Benedictine Sports Broadcasting Network.
stand up to the naysayers in life, you just have to believe in yourself, which is why we have chosen the 1967 hit from the Monkees, I'm a Believer. Don't stop believing. Second and that's third. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the epic 007 ball game ball.
Welcome back to Don Shula Stadium. After one half of action, your Benedictine Bengals lead the Canton South Wildcats 40-0. And Jacob, this game has the potential to set a record.
That's right. The most points the Bengals have ever scored in a game was against Walsh Jesuit in 2019 with the final score of 62-24.
So in 2019, the Bengals set that record. Last season, they came close. They scored 59 points against Normandy in a 59-20 win. The Bengals are on pace for much more. I assume the offensive action will slow down in the second half, but I really hope that they try and get this record today.
I mean, how they've been playing, 22 points, seems easy.
It does. But I have to say, them setting the most points in a game record for the first ever game at Don Shula Stadium is just the beginning of what is to come for this storybook season.
It's safe to say we're up for a big season ahead.
I mean, we are just so impressed with the production of Matthew First. Joey Pomnian has been better than I expected. J.J. Baldwin also played a role. Both of them have been outstanding. Luke Carlton, also wide receiver. We even saw an interception from Antoine Smith, the freshman, or excuse me, was freshman, now sophomore. Chris Maloney did well in the time that he was in. I don't know what the status of Chris Maloney is right now. We'll try and keep you updated.
Definitely. Setting high standards as always, and now they're meeting them.
Yes. So Jameer Church has been in there at running back, as well as junior Kelly Mickler.
Great plays by Kelly Mickler today.
Yes,
amazing.
Right. Yes, it's great to see him out there on the field and making an impact for the Bengals. So as we get ready for the second half of action, we are almost ready to get this started. Unfortunately for us, I feel like it's going to be a slower half. The Bengals aren't going to run up the score. I mean, we hope they'll try and set the record, but they're not going to run up to the score. Like right now, they're on pace to score 80 points. They're not going to score 80 points. So it's going to be a slower half than it was in the first half. Hopefully the Bengals defense can continue to pitch a shutout here. And this is just such an exciting start. I mean, you couldn't have asked for anything better. Beautiful night, Friday night lights.
Definitely.
Packed house here at John Carroll. We walked around at halftime. So many people in the grandstand, so many people in the end zones. It is just outstanding to see the support for this Benedictine football team and what is one of the most exciting teams in recent years.
I'm excited to see who Benedictine puts on the field for this half.
Right.
Definitely gonna see what depth they have for this coming up season.
Right, we might see backup quarterback who is a sophomore, Gio Iacampo.
Right.
He had a really good freshman season, so that should be interesting. Benedictine getting hyped up now.
They look excited out there. It's going to be a half.
It's going to be a great half. It will be a half for sure. Hopefully a great one. So as we wait now just for the second half to get underway, we'll take a look.
Huddle.
Yeah, we'll take a look down at the field now. The Bengals are in their huddle. Canton South is on their sideline ready to go, and we're ready to get this second half of action underway. Canton South will receive the second half kickoff. The Bengals have 18 first downs on the night. Canton South only has 3. There was I don't think they picked up their first down until the second quarter. Plenty of 3-and-outs, and the Bengals defense has just been outstanding so far.
So confident, so organized.
I'd like to thank Jacob Sheen for joining me for this first game and hopefully for the rest of this season. This is his first time, so
Thank you, Pat.
He sounds great out here.
Thank you, Pat. Thank you.
What a big game to start on for Sheen here. What a great time, man. Bengals ready to kick it off. 40-0 lead. You're watching BSBN, recently branded Benedictine Sports
I love that name.
Broadcasting
Sounds great.
Network.
Sounds fantastic.
Brand new for this season, and here we go. 18 to kick off again. Great job by the bands at halftime.
Oh, definitely. You know, my favorite was, of course, the Bengals.
Of course, of course. Mateens kick. Solid kick. Lower to the ground again. It bounces, and it's going to bounce down inside the 10. Picked up by Canton South. Benedictine trying to get back. Almost made a tackle, and a nice return to make something out of absolutely nothing. Canton South gets past the 20-yard line, and they'll come out with a 1st and 10. Student section once again getting hyped. We took a visit over there. Everybody's hyped up to see 40-0 here to start this one.
The energy over there is insane.
Yes. Riverside is up 24-0 on NDCL right now.
Wow. And here we go.
Looking to throw, or excuse me, they ran the ball, but a nice stop by the Bengals.
Immediately.
So that'll make it 2nd and probably about 10 once again. Actually, they lost a yard on the play. 2nd and 11. Second and 11 play, Canton South looking to throw. It's complete to number 7. That's Torres Connolly. He's been at quarterback. Now he's at wide receiver, and we're seeing him all over the field. They're going to be short of a 1st down. It's going to be about 3rd and 3.
Got through a few guys there, but Antoine Smith took him down great.
Yes, I believe Antonio Hobbs was also a part of the tackle. Antoine Smith doing a great job here. Some of his more substantial varsity playing time. Here's the snap. They're going to hand it off. Trying to run up the middle. They're going to pick up a 1st down. Nice run by Canton South. They're going to get down to the 36-yard line, and they pick up a 1st down and a 3rd down conversion.
Love to see the teamwork from the Bengals when you can get, 3 or 4 guys on one tackle.
Right. Wildcats line up in shotgun formation. They've got the running back to the right. And at quarterback is Chase McCoy. This is listed that he's a wide receiver and DB, a freshman. So not quite sure what's going on corresponding with our roster. It could also be that we're misseeing things, but I believe what we have is right. Maybe the positions are a little bit messed up. We've got a 2nd and about 9 here. Shotgun formation again. 2 wide receivers near us. They're going to try and heave one deep. Chance at a pick here, but it's way overthrown. And it's going to be a 3rd and long. Looking to see here if Canton South can pick up another 3rd down conversion. They did it last time, but with a 3rd and 9 here, 3rd and 8, it's going to be a little bit more tough.
Especially against his Bengals defense, which has been on fire tonight.
That's right. Well, I mean, everybody's been on fire tonight.
Oh, incredible. It seems as the whole bench.
Here's the snap, drops back, looking to throw. Pressure, and then they got the throw off, but he's not going to get enough yardage for the 1st down. Once again, Canton South making something out of nothing there.
And Sean O'Connell almost getting the sack, but the quarterback got it out just in time.
That's right. That's a great play by the Bengals getting pressure in there, but it's going to be a 4th down now and 4. So Canton South looking to punt here. We heard down below us somebody scream, it's 40-0.
Little frustrating.
Oh, and trouble with the snap. It's going to go all the way back down to the 10-yard line, and the Bengals are going to have great field position here.
Wow. We can definitely hear some frustration from the Canton South fans.
Yes.
That's for sure.
The snap went over the head of the punter.
Wow.
And the Bengals are going to have, is it a 1st and goal or a 1st and 10? I believe they're on the 10-yard line. No, the ball's on the 11. So it'll be 1st and 10, although it's pretty much impossible to pick up the first down without getting in the end zone for a touchdown. So the Bengals back out here again. Gio Iacampo, sophomore quarterback in the game to start the second half. Church in the backfield.
Can't wait to see what he's got for us today.
That's right. He's going to hand off to Church. Church runs up the middle, pushing his way forward, and he's going to be just short of the first down.
Just got that little bit closer to the end zone.
Right. It's 2nd and inches right here. I mean,
I hope not to jinx it, but after tonight, you know, it's hard to imagine them not getting a touchdown here.
Really, I mean, yeah, I'm sure. We're also seeing some new faces. I believe we've got Jeremiah Krieger's on the field. Jeremy Aid is on the field at wide receiver, so they've taken out some of the starters. They're going to run it here and get stuffed immediately. So that's going to be a loss of yardage. So they're now at the Benedictine 5-yard line. It's a 3rd and 4. I see Krieger, I see Jeremy Aid, Augie Rosalina still out there. He's wearing number 24. He graduates at the end of the year, and then with him will be the number 24. It'll be retired for Tony Russ. I believe Antoine Smith is the wide receiver on the far side. They bring Church into motion. Iacampo looking to throw. Back of the end zone. Almost caught, but dropped. So that'll make it 4th down. I believe the pass was intended for Antoine Smith, but it could have been to Jeremiah Krieger. Hard to see in the back of the end zone. But Bryce Mayteen's going to come on for a field goal here.
First one of the night.
That's right. Here's the kick. It's up, and it is good. Bryce Mayteen puts 3 on the board for the Bengals. Now updating, we've got 80 people watching on YouTube. Welcome in. On Boxcast, I'm sure we have more. Welcome to our 80 people. If you have not already subscribed, head on down. We're trying to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of this football season. Perry is up 28-3 on Madison. Austintown Fitch is up 35-12 on Euclid. St. Edward is up 14-0 on Pickerington North. Medina is up 21-14 on Stowe. Mentor's up 33-13 on Jackson, also from the Canton area. Hudson's up 24-17 on Highland. Avon is up 28-14 on St. Ignatius from Cleveland Brown Stadium tonight as that kickoff bounces a little bit. The return is solid here from Connolly, taken down at the 31-yard line of the
looked like Patrick Shea was the one that was able to finally get the runner down.
Pat Shea, multi-sport athlete, also plays baseball for the Bengals. Here's the snap. And they give to the running back. He's going to pick up about 7 yards. Second down and about 3 here. They'll call it 2nd and 2. Canton up 18-12 on Boardman. Bay is up 20-0 on CCC as this run's going to pick up a first down and much more for the Wildcats, and they're finally getting the offense moving here. I see Owen Slemps is out there on defense for the Bengals. Will Eschke's out there for the Bengals. Pat Shea, Antoine Smith, Marius Smiler. That's a lot of sophomores out there on the field for the Bengals here.
Great to see them getting in the young guys.
That's right. Sonny Arrieta is out there as well. These are a bunch of my classmates. Carmelo Jones out there for the Bengals as well. Here's the snap, looking to throw, dropping back. They're going to heave one. This has a chance at a pick. Good coverage by Owen Slemps. Incomplete. Canton South fans wanted a flag. I don't think that Owen Slemps had any impact on the play there, as the pass was way overthrown.
Yes, intended for Landon Karavic.
So this third quarter has gotten a lot quicker. I believe there might be a running clock going. I haven't been looking at it exactly, but I think that the clock is just running because of the Bengals' lead, as this handoff is a good run for Canton South. They pick up about 8 on the play. So I don't know if we're going to see a Benedictine point record tonight, but, I mean, this is not bad by any means regardless.
Canton's definitely making their way up the field slowly, but the Bengals are still looking okay with almost a completely different team.
Right. I mean, yeah, we've got a whole different group out here on the field, a lot of sophomores. I think Micah Smith is out there as well, as there's a nice run cutting out to the outside, and they're going to pick up a first down and another third down conversion for Canton South.
Definitely unfortunate to give up another first down. The Bengals just need to stay focused.
Quarterback in shotgun formation, hands off to the running back. And a nice run from Canton South. That's another Wildcats first down. That is going to bring us to the end of the third quarter here from Don Shula Stadium. The running clock is making this game go a lot quicker.
That quarter definitely went by fast.
$43-0. The Bengals lead Canton South here tonight. We'll take a break here on the Benedictine Sports Broadcasting Network. All right, we had some technical difficulties there on our ad break. That's such a new thing for us. We'll get into the habit, and we'll be better from here on out. Canton South with a first down. Running in a nice, solid run. Pickup of about 2 yards. Clock continuously running. Second down here for Canton South.
A quick shout out to Brian Devers doing a great job adjusting our media crew to this new stadium.
That's right. I mean, it's been a chaotic couple of, like, this last week has just been spent preparing for this night, and he's done a great job directing it as there's a flag on the play. That's going to push Canton South back. Yeah, I mean, it's just been such a great team putting this broadcast together and getting everything ready. We've got our hype video. We've got our updated graphics with the Benedictine Sports Broadcasting Network. We've got this brand new stadium. I mean, this has just been outstanding.
And you can't forget the play-by-play commentator, Patrick Lloyd.
Oh, man, thank you.
Can't forget. And, of course, his two brothers.
That's right, also working on the crew. Matthew Lloyd on our score bug and graphics, and Will Lloyd is on our video control as that run is going to get back to the line of scrimmage. So it's going to be 3rd and 10 here. Yeah, Will's just been troubleshooting throughout the game with our different cameras out throughout the stadium. And we cannot forget, first time on the color commentary, he's doing a great job, Jacob Sheen.
Thank you, Pat. Appreciate it.
Of course, of course. 3rd and 10. Quarterback in shotgun formation. Takes the snap. Hands it off. Solid run, but he's going to be taken down short of the first down, and it'll be interesting. We might see Canton South's kicker come on for the first time, or it's possible they go for it here on 4th down. They've got nothing to lose at this point.
Yes, Canton South having a few successful plays, but the Bengals not letting them go too far.
That's right. Canton South is going for it on 4th down. Bengals sideline getting hyped up. Chase McCoy at quarterback. Takes the snap, drops back, looks to throw. Over the middle, it's caught for a first down, Canton South. That's caught by, I believe it's Achilles Buckridge, the senior, picking up the first down for Canton South, and they're down inside the red zone, threatening to score for their first time tonight.
Yeah, this is definitely the first time they've even gotten close.
Yes, the Bengals defense in the first half did such a great job. Now that we've got our second, third stringers in there, you know, they're learning the game, but that's good. I mean, and this is exactly, it's a good move by Coach Prevest, second-year coach. He's experienced. He knows what he's doing, and it's just great that the Bengals are, you know, getting some experience out there for guys that aren't normally going to get varsity time, as this is a nice run for Canton South, down real close, I believe. Yes, first down and goal now for Canton South. And what do we have here? Down below us, we've got some nice JCU vendors going around and selling hot dogs on the fly. They're running around and selling hot dogs. That's awesome.
John Carroll University has been so hospitable to us today.
That's right, as there is a Canton South touchdown. Their first of the game. Nice offensive drive all the way down the field here by Canton South.
Very unfortunate. Bengals held them off for a little bit, but couldn't stop them from getting the touchdown.
Now on for the PAT is number 8. That's Devin Chester, I believe. And we have a flag. I think it was declined by Canton South. They might they might move it up here a little bit. And they're saying to go for 2 down below us. I was going to say, they're going to want to move the spot of the holder and the kicker because the line is at a different spot now. Yep, so they're going to move them up.
What are they doing over there?
Yeah, I don't know. They're trying to figure out the penalty.
Line moving back.
That's right. I believe this is Landon White on to take the PAT. All right, so it was declined by the Wildcats. It'll be a normal PAT. Landon White. Snap, hold, kick, up, and it is good. Landon White knocks the PAT through, and that'll make it 43-7. Running clock. This game has gone so much quicker with the running clock, which is unfortunate because we were having a lot of fun in the first half.
Excited to see what this Bengals offense can bring out.
That's exactly right. Nice return here. That's Tremel Reese, and he is an exciting prospect for the Bengals. A transferred in. He's a sophomore, Tremel Reese, and I've heard a lot of exciting things about him.
You can just tell by the way he plays. He's really trying to prove himself tonight.
That's right. A lot of these guys trying to prove themselves in their playing time. You can tell they're playing hard, and they're playing with their best efforts, and that's exactly what Benedictine is looking for in this program. And, I mean, what a statement win.
Wow.
I mean, I don't want to jinx it, but, I mean, I feel like it's out of reach at this point. A statement win for the Bengals here tonight. They're going to improve to 1-0, which is the best way to start a season. Gio Iocampo out there again. I believe Kelly Mickler is in the backfield, although it could be Corday Blair. And it is Corday Blair. Number 25, he gets the pitch. And I believe he's going to lose some yardage on the play. So it's going to be second and about 13.
Unfortunately, taken down quick there.
So second and 11. I'm really interested to see what this Bengals offense can do. I'm excited to see Antoine Smith, who's over here on the near side. I want to see a big play.
They got to have some more motivation after that touchdown by Canton South.
That's right. Blair on the right side. Iocampo has trouble with the snap, falls on it. They're going to lose a ton of yardage there.
Hate to see that.
That's right. So that's going to move them back. It's going to be third and probably 15. So a third and long here for the Bengals. So the Bengals presuming this doesn't go well, haven't had an unsuccessful drive yet.
That's very impressive. Scoring on every drive, it's definitely hard to do.
And we have a stoppage of play. Timeout, Benedictine.
A few missed. Timeout for the Bengals.
So we'll be right back here on the Bengals Sports Broadcasting Network. And we're back. Unfortunately, the game's moving a little quicker than we anticipated.
Just 3 minutes to go. Surprising.
All right, Campo under center. Hands it off to Blair. Blair finds some space. Picks up some solid yardage. Gets about 5 yards back to the line of scrimmage, but I believe the Bengals are going to punt here now. Their first punt of the night. And that's just a testament to how well they've played tonight. I mean, it's just been outstanding.
This will be Bryce's first punt of the season.
That's right. That's
Wow.
kind of crazy. He was punting in warm-ups, and we saw some solid punts. I'm interested to see how this one is. Torres Connolly back to return here for Canton South. He's standing at the 35-yard line.
He's definitely close to going a game without having to punt the ball, which would have been incredible.
Yeah, just a minute left, and we have a stoppage of play. Timeout, Benedictine.
All right.
And we are going to go to ad break. So we will be right back here on the Benedictine Sports Broadcasting Network.
Experience of family.
A true representation of the world, and I'm really grateful to be a part of that.
Welcome back. Bryce Mayteen's punt here, ready to go. The punt is a solid punt. It's going to get down inside the 40-yard line, down to the 36. Clock will continue to roll down, and this is going to be just about it. I mean, this will be the last offensive drive. Here we go. So there's a fumble here on the play. It might have been. No, it's going to be recovered once again by the Wildcats. So second down. and 10.
Just 15 seconds left as the clock counts down.
A run play here for a nice first down, and that's going to take us to the end of this game.
Wow, incredible performance. Bengals really showed what they're capable of tonight.
A Bengals win here in the first game of the season. 43-7 final score. And this is going to be a very exciting season. Once the handshake line wraps up here, we're going to cut to an ad break, and then we'll be back for some post-game thoughts. So, with that being said, once again, the final score tonight, Benedictine 43, Canton South 7. We'll be right back here on the Benedictine Sports Broadcasting Network. An unbelievable game from the Bengals here tonight. A 43-7 win in the home opener. First game ever at John Carroll.
An almost perfect first half.
Right, and they only scored 3 points in the second half, but the clock was running.
Right.
As the alma mater plays in the background with the student section, you absolutely love to see it. And, I mean, this just gives us so much hope for the rest of the Bengals season. Matt First, he played only in the first half, but he played great. We saw great signs from Chris Maloney. We saw great signs from Joey Pomian and J.J. Baldwin, as well as the defense. We saw Tito Wilson do great. We saw Sean O'Connell do great. This Bengals team is so exciting, and I think that we've got a great season ahead of us. This really shows a lot of hope for this team. So, with that being said, we thank you for watching tonight's broadcast. For Jacob Sheen, I'm Patrick Lloyd. The Benedictine Bengals play next week at Avon Lake. So, once again, the final score tonight, Benedictine 43, Canton South 7. So long, everybody.